Yeah, good evening, everybody. It's really nice to be here, speaking to all of you and talking about music, which is the biggest love story of my life. Yeah, so the actual thing I'm going to talk about today is music as a journey into inner and outer awareness. But since these are really large words, I'd like to use simpler words for this. I'd say the power of music to reveal and to heal. Before I actually get into what I'm going to say in terms of content, I'm Rahul. I sing with one of the rock bands in Calcutta, Cassini's division. I also play in a blues and country band, and I sing and perform as a solo flamenco guitar player and singer. Growing up in East Africa, which is where I spent my childhood, that's the first time I came into contact with music in a big way, both in school where we were taught classical European music, and on the streets of Arusha, Tanzania, where you could see great djembe players, conga players, and a whole lot of jazz musicians. But then I was a kid and I didn't really know much, and since it was part of curriculum in school, I rebelled against the whole thing, and I thought I'd be something else altogether, not a musician at that point in time. It was only in my teens, actually, when I think I was in the 8th or 9th standard, when we came to India. And my mom's not from Bengal, she's from northeast India, and we went to her hometown, Shillong. And as you all know, that's the rock and roll capital of India, the only place in the country where probably rock music as a culture is bigger than Bollywood. And yeah, it's a lovely place though, but you know, the first thing I noticed about Shillong was political strife, social distortion, you know, a lot of problems between people from different ethnic groups. And the only thing that could hold young people like us together was the music. And specifically the rock and roll and blues music, that's really big in that part of the region. I saw that the musicians do more than anybody else to actually spread the idea of peace and love and harmony in society. And I began to realize that there's something more to music than just the 7 notes. It has the power to do something else, to bring people together, even when times are very hard. So you see behind me you have a picture of Bob Marley, who I think went beyond being just a musician who could sing and play guitar and write a couple of songs and became a global icon for world peace and for spreading the idea that music could be something more than just something materialistic that you enjoy at a nightclub and a pub or at a discotheque, and that where the groove and the beat and the melodies are driving you. One of the first songs I'll sing for you in this context, and as we move into the journey of inner awareness, what does music do to the performer and the writer of music? It probably helps us think more deeply about life, the deeper stuff. So this is one of the songs that my fans really like. It's called Mystic Rose, and this is dedicated to my late spiritual guru, Rinpoche Gyaltsen, with whom I studied Tibetan Buddhism in Kathmandu. Mystic rose in the garden of my love, softly blossom to the fragrance of new morning. Where night is melted, its blackness bleeding, to come alive with the strength of sunshine. Come erase me if you can. Come erase me, or let me be a mystic Superman girl. Come erase me, mystic rose. Come erase me when I'm lying comatose. Mystic rose in the garden of wonder, gently awake and shake loose your sleep. Grasp the meaning, time and love do its healing. Swim like fish in the unconscious deep. Come erase me if you can. Come raise me, or let me be a mystic Superman girl. Come me, raise me, mystic rose. Come me, raise me, when I'm lying comatose. Be your sunset Superman. These then are the 7 shades of darkness, each one a color and each one bleeding black. Come me, raise me, if you can. Come me, raise me, or let me be your sunset Superman. Mystic rose in the garden of believing, you run deep in the blood of all memory. And as I watch you in true silence flower, gig with this band called Velvet Underground. Come me, raise me, if you can. Raise me, or let me be a mystic Superman girl. Come me, raise me, mystic rose. Come me, raise me, gently on the overdose when I'm lying comatose. Thank you. That was one of my own tunes. Anyway, that was about how music is an inner journey. I don't like using the word spiritual because it has so many other connotations, but I'll just leave it at that. Then, of course, there's music as a journey outward, right? And how do we reach out to people if you have a message, if you have something to say? Also, we get asked this. Can music really change the world? I think it can't. It really can't change the world. What it can do is help us take a small step forward. Just by being aware that there are a lot of problems in the world outside, which lie outside the realm of our daily life and what we have to do to make a living and to make a success of our lives in whatever we are doing. I'll give you an example here of a person who's really proved to be a great inspiration in my life as a musician and as a human being. His name is Lou Majau, and he comes very often to this city from Shillong, and I think probably he's one of the greatest songwriters and one of the greatest living human beings I've met in my life because of the things I've learned from him. Simplicity, humility, being a rock star who doesn't need to be arrogant and throw his attitude around, being a rock star who knows what's happening in his country and what's happening in the society, and how you can guide young people away from all the negative stuff. This particular song of his is, I think, one of the most famous songs that he's written. It's just the lyrics. I would like you to listen to this a little carefully and hear what he has to say. When I was young, much younger than now, I learned to swear, I made a vow. And I was so very young in my mind, but I've learned to leave the past behind. I've known hunger since I was 10. Loneliness is my best friend. I've learned to smile when I feel sad. I'm on the other side now, across the sea of sorrow, yeah, and I can see the light now, 'cause I know which way the wind blows. I've known love and hatred too, the pain when my dreams don't come true. I've learned to love, yet there is more, with every knocking on my door, 'cause I'm on the other side now, across the sea of sorrow, yeah, and I can see the light now, and I know which way the wind blows. Talking about outward journeys, music itself, I don't know, it's kind of really incredible how music has traveled from one part of the world to the other, drawing so much from different cultures. So now fusion music, of course, is very popular, and many people get inspired by musicians from different cultures coming together and playing different instruments or different styles of voices and giving us different shades of the same thing. What I'd like to do now is actually play the music of a particular community which throughout its history until the middle of the 20th century suffered a lot of persecution. They were alienated from the mainstream of whichever nation they settled in. I'm talking about the Gypsies. And not many people in India know this, but the Gypsies actually come from central India and Rajasthan. That's where they moved out and started their outward journey into the world, into Central Asia, Europe, collecting on the way all the different musical scales and ideas that they found in every culture which they couldn't be a part of because the culture wouldn't embrace them into the mainstream. So they lived off camps on the fringes of society. But I think in that process they discovered some of the richest music in the world and created a genre called flamenco. And the important thing about flamenco, this is just like to show you what the scale is. The scale is basically the Indian raga Bhairavi. It's when we add this Western A minor chord, the music begins to sound a little different. So we go. Thank you. I won't take up too much more of your time. There are other speakers as well, and they have much more important things to say. So, I started off saying that music for harmony, for peace, and for understanding, and for togetherness. So I'd like to end this session of mine with a Bob Marley song. And he said something, I think it's one of the most interesting things I've ever heard anybody say. He said, the one good thing about music is that when it hits you, you feel no pain. Right. Just the opposite of bullets, and machine guns and everything else, and all the angry words we hurl at each other when we're not happy with the way things are going in life. So I'd like to end with a song of his. I think you've all heard this one. And also do a little freestyle rapping on that. Oh baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. We'll rise up this morning, one with the rising sun. Three little birds, think I know them, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, one with the rising sun. Three little birds, think I know them, are singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you. What's on one on a Babylon, it come my biz. What type of word you drumming on a sunline your lawn? What's if I wanna ride in the train to Zion? We're taking it all from here to Lalo. Pharmacy, I got a sweet South Calcutta blues. Got no living, double the time you're giving me the lose. The one you're riding low. What's in your what's on low? I come on, listen to my version of sweet reggaeton. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Oh baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. What say you a water war when you drop it low like a rapper style, yo? Whatever woman say, well, you rock the flow. Come on, let the peaceful vibe spread around, yeah. We gotta take this mainstream from underground, yeah. But double the time while I carry pass on a rock and roll and drink the wine, yeah. What's on loan? We got the vision and the passion. Love is never gonna go out of fashion, so baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Thank you very much. Love and peace. God bless you all.